with www.lawmanguitars.com. Boy, have I got a really special historic guitar for you. This is a Kay built Sherwood Deluxe. Now this was about as fancy a guitar as Kay could make back in the 40s. And I'll tell you what, this one is in remarkable condition. Now they made the Kay Sherwood with the special headstock from 1949 and 1951. Now I cannot tell you this is a 1949. I did find in one of my catalogs this guitar just like it in 1949, so I'm calling it a 1949, but it could be a 50 or 51 also, okay? We cannot tell you any closer than that. Now, the Kay Sherwood Deluxes were just this awesome jumbo body. It's a 17-inch body and a 26-inch scale neck. So, I mean, it's a very unusual guitar, and it feels differently when you play it with that longer scale neck. Now, I will tell you also that the guitar has been modified in two ways. First of all, this is not the original bridge. Now, I will tell you, this is an ancient bridge that's on here, okay? I'm telling you that the bridge bottom is probably original, and the top probably broke, and he had somebody build this for him, and it looks as old as the bottom. So it's not original. This would not be the bridge that'd be on this guitar, but it's compensated. It's very well professionally built and looks really old. So although not original, it's super old. And then the other thing is the original owner had a truss rod put in it. My guess is it was probably having some issues with probably neck angle was starting to cause a problem. Matter of fact, when I got the guitar, the neck wasn't even on it. But they had installed a truss rod. You can see up here at the top, they cut a slot just like you would have in any other Gibson guitar or anything, and put a Gibson-style truss rod in it. And then, of course, they had to add just a little bit of wood to the top of the neck, and then put the fretboard on top of that. So it's a pretty beefy feeling neck, but it feels really good. And now you can adjust the angle of the neck with the truss rod. So it's very unusual that they spent the money to put a truss rod in it. And I don't know if they did that, decided they couldn't get the neck back on or what, but we had our techs do a neck reset on it, and they did a marvelous job. I'll tell you, the action on this guitar, I played these old Kays, and they're beasts, okay? You know, if you're looking at this one and going, oh, I know those guitars play terrible. Most of them do. You're exactly right. I learned on an old Kay, and how I ever learned to play guitar on that guitar, I have no idea, because it played horrible. However, with a neck reset like we did on this one, it's a pleasure to play. You will have no problems fretting this guitar up and down the neck. I'll play it for you here in just a minute and let you see how nicely it plays. But our Jeff the Tech just did a great job setting this guitar up, and it plays with whisper quiet action. Now, the other thing I want to tell you about this guitar is this pickup. Now, this is a lipstick style single coil pickup. I've had them, I didn't take this one out, but they have this giant bunch of wrappings over the magnet on it, and then this little bitty piece right up here that sticks out of the guitar, and we call this a lipstick pickup. Now, this pickup is the forerunner of the thin twin pickups that Silvertone and Kay used on the Jimmy Reed guitars. Now those had two pickups and a white surround, but the very same pickup. So these came out before the thin twins, and I'll tell you what, I love these pickups. They are so full of sound, and just they're full and they're meaty, and they just, no matter what you want to play some blues on this guitar, it will scream at you, or darken it up, and you can play some jazz on it. You can play some rockabilly. This guitar is very, very versatile with one single pickup. I'm telling you, this pickup is outstanding. Now, from there, everything else is original. I really love this plate up here. I've seen some other Sherwoods, and the lettering has all been worn off, or else it's gassed off. Sometimes they cast out odors inside a case. So my guess is it wasn't kept in the case. I have the case, by the way. So it's got the original knobs and the original jack plate here. What appears to be the original, if not super old, pickguard. Now, the ones I had seen in the catalog were white pickguards. So it's possible this was a replacement, but again, it's super, super old and looks great on the guitar. It's got open back Grover tuners, which are really fancy. These tuners are just, I mean, these guitars were designed to compete with the Gibsons and Epiphones of the day. I mean, they sold these guitars in catalogs. However, people were buying these because they couldn't go the extra $200 or $300 to pick up a Gibson. But I'll tell you what, they put everything else into these. It's just great. It's got a beautiful spruce top, maple back and sides. The back is pretty flamey, and just, you know, no back rash or buckle rash or anything. There's just some damage in here. We had to replace, was this the one? Yeah, there's a little piece right in here of binding that was missing, and Jeff filled that in and cleaned this up in here. But I'll tell you what, it plays great, it sounds great, and it's just an awesome, awesome guitar. Now, before I start playing it, I want to mention one other thing. They left the original astatic input jack in this. Now, an astatic, they used them on microphones back in the day, and then they put them in guitars, some of the very early guitars. They screw in as opposed to plugging in and pushing straight in, so they screw in. I kind of like them. I usually don't replace these because I like them. I mean, they're very secure. They're not going to pull out when you step on them. They might yank out, but you know, it's very, very secure, and they don't wear out. I mean, it's just like, you know, the input jacks that you stick your cord into. Eventually, those things will wear out from just, you know, trying to hold the jack cord in. These don't do that, as attested by the original input jack. Now, we did not have a cord for it, however, so I had Jeff the Tech again make us a brand new astatic input jack cord. Now, it's in nice tweed color, and it's got a regular input jack to go into your amp, but then it has the astatic jack in the bottom. So you got this great, you got this awesome cord to go with your astatic input jack. Now, again, the guitar just sounds fantastic. I mean, it just... You know, guys with big hands, you're going to love this guitar. Now, I've got smaller hands, okay, and so big necks sometimes push me away. This one, because it's a nice round C, it's not a V neck. A lot of the old ones had a V neck to them, and they kind of bite into your hand when you're trying to play, and the angle just feels funny. This has a nice rounded C, and it just feels really, really good, and just that extra little bit that they put on here just makes the neck nice and beefy. Works good. Ooh, listen to that. Boy, that's unusual. Usually when you back the treble off these pickups, they just kind of get muddy and icky, and this is really cool. Whoa. Wow, this pickup is outstanding. Now, again, you guys all know how I love having original cases with these guitars. I didn't want to get that guitar with that gigantic 17-inch jumbo body without the case, and I was not disappointed. Ugh. check this one out. This is strong as a fortress stone case. Now, it's not branded inside, but I know a stone case, and this is a stone case. It's arched just like the guitar. It's original to the guitar. Still has 2 hinges on the back that are original, that there was not a third hinge. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 latches. The middle latch, this one doesn't seem to hook too well. It does occasionally, but it doesn't always work. Of course, it'll work now. There we go. So anyway, it's got the nice purple interior inside, which also identifies it as a stone case. Accessory box, beautiful. It still works. It's got all this beautiful royal purple lining. Here's the copy of the 1949 catalog ad that I was talking about earlier. It shows that guitar, and I stuck that in the case for you. And it's just a fantastic case. It fits the guitar perfectly, and it's been protecting that guitar since 1949. So I think it will continue to do that as long as you're nice to it. So you know what? If you've been looking for a stone hardshell case for a 17-inch body, guess what? You're going to get a 1949 Kay Sherwood Deluxe guitar to go with it. The case is just fantastic. The guitar is even more fantasticer, and I'm really excited to be showing it to my customers. Someone's going to be really happy they got this one. So check in on all of our awesome guitars out at www.lawmanguitars.com. Thank you for watching my video.